Hi friends, today we will see how we can make use of watercolor cakes to paint some very interesting topic, fish in water. Normally you see beautiful colored fish in any fish tank and you can make very intricate paintings out of that also. But today we are using watercolor cakes which are ideal for quick and small works which will please you and also amuse others. Watercolors must be done on a thick handmade paper. Generally 300 GSM handmade paper, white in color, is used for painting with watercolors, because if you use any other ordinary paper, your results will suffer. If you use ordinary drawing paper for watercolors, the paper will buckle or cockle under the influence of water and will be thrown into hills and valleys wherein the color will go and sink and settle, and upon drying you will get only ugly marks, colored marks. So we avoid using any ordinary paper but make use of a thick handmade paper, a white handmade paper only. Several brands are available. You can select whichever suits you, and a small pad is also available, or even you can get some full sheets which you can cut into small A4 size or less than A4 size also. Now today's topic, as I said, is fish in water, and for that the fish which are seen in ponds will be selected for painting. What I do is, to begin with, I make a balloon shaped structure with an ordinary pencil. Yes, it should not be very dark. If I draw this very dark, there are chances that these lines will remain even after my work is done. So I avoid using dark lines and I settle for some very faint lines with which I make simple shapes which look like fish, the main body of the fish and the tail. Yes, of course, then you have the fins, which may be also indicated with soft pencil lines. Now you can make as many as you want, but I think for our purpose, for the sake of understanding, 3 of them are more than enough. So the first is drawing these fish in a very simple way, and now I am going to make a quick watercolor painting out of this. I take water in 2 bowls and I make use of the water with a medium round brush and dilute some color. Let us say this color, this bluish color, blue color. I dilute the blue color and I transfer that blue color into another chamber or a plate, so as to keep a pool of paint ready for my use. I can make use of the lid itself and keep a small pool ready. Now I go about making a wash of the light blue, painting around the fish, not allowing the color to get into the fish. We have to be a little quick in this so that the watercolor doesn't dry, and pay attention to the areas equally. at the same time. That means I am touching some watercolor here, then I go back to this area, then I come back to this area and keep painting the wash continuously so that it looks uniform. Now never paint only with the tip of the brush. Use the sides of the brush also. So when you use the sides of the brush, you lay a wash on a larger area and complete the wash effectively and quickly. See how I pay attention to every area. It's not only one that I am touching, I am touching the other areas, the extremes. Wherever I want that wash to travel. Now this initial wash is going to be one color of the water, and before this wash dries, I am going to drop another color into that water in such a way that the second deposited color will not enter into the fish drawn, but will bleed in a very merry manner into the earlier blue wash. So this is the wash, the preliminary wash that I have given. Now I quickly wash the brush and take up, let us say, any other color like green or a dark blue or blue green. You can mix both together, take somewhat of this, but now no transferring onto the plate. Directly use this color and allow it to bleed into the existing wash, wet in wet. In watercolors, this is also called as wet in wet painting. So I just drop around the fish some amount of the second color and allow it to merge. If you are not quick, the first layer will dry and will not produce this fuzzy effect. This fuzzy effect which we get is because of the wet wash being attacked with another color, which is a little thicker and spreads like magic. See how a beautiful fuzzy effect is obtained. Now of course this looks very easy, but as they say, it's necessary for you to practice several times after watching the video. Now I allow this to dry, maybe using a common hair dryer. Now, once it is completely dry, I take a brush loaded with some water and I apply the water on the fish, taking care to see that the water doesn't anyhow go out. And allow this to dry partially. Now the same trick which we used here, adding a little thicker tone of the color into a wet layer of color, makes the second color bleed and spread into the first one. So I am going to make use of the red, which I am now trying to loosen out with the help of the pointed brush. Meanwhile, the water on the fish will partially dry, and once that is dry, I just deposit with the tip of the brush, I deposit some color. This pond fish is very commonly seen and very interesting to paint as well. Then I wash the brush and I pick up some black and introduce the black in a few places, say here, and see how the black runs helter-skelter. Wash the brush, flick the brush, and add some water, plain water, on the next fish. You can repeat the same colors if you want, or you may also change the colors, but only after the water semi-dries. Right now it's wet, it has to become partially dry. So this is one. Now I change the color to orange. I make use of the orange, loosen the orange, and introduce the orange and let it bleed. Then I wash the brush, flick the brush, and add water on the third fish. I can repeat the orange and this time make orange and red. After this semi-dries, allow this to bleed. And then I wash the brush, flick the brush, and take up red again. And introduce the red in other areas of the fish. I may completely cover the face and the head of the fish with the red. Now allow everything to dry perfectly. You may take very mild blue again on the tip of the smallest brush, which is provided along with this set, and you may add a few details over the fins and the tail with very thin and transparent light blue. Finally, we can take up the sketch pen or the gel pen and add a few details for the eyes. To complete the fish. So that's it. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching.